The desks are made of dark wood. White melamine is definitely not used. Additionally, it must accommodate wheelchairs. That's what Intent Health's founder and chief executive officer, Jane Brearley, intended when she set up her company's new central London office. It didn't matter if someone else had already used the desks and chairs. Accessibility and aesthetics were the most important aspects. That simply indicates that they came at a low cost, she claims. I probably saved about 19-20 grand by kitting out with used furniture. The pandemic led to a significant alteration in work practices. While some individuals have fully adopted the idea of working from home, others are returning to the workplace, possibly part-time. As a result, many businesses are downsizing their central offices, which means that anyone who wants them can find a lot of used desks, chairs, and filing cabinets. In the case of Dr. Brearley, the new office is sometimes empty because her staff often works from home, but she says it's still worth having. She explains, "I have young people on the team who are working out of their bedroom or from their kitchen in a flat share. It's really important that they have a place they can go." Additionally, the office is useful for training. Because some of Dr. Brearley's co-workers use wheelchairs, it was important to find office furniture that would accommodate everyone's needs and provide ample space. She was able to get personal lockers, meeting room equipment, desks, and chairs from a number of second-hand suppliers. Sofas were the only thing she couldn't find, so they were new. These days, a wide range of businesses are looking for used office furniture. According to the company that claims to be the supplier, even former Prime Minister Liz Truss used pre-owned equipment for her campaign office, according to Adrian Preston, managing director of Want.com. In addition to the fact that reusing furniture is more environmentally friendly than purchasing new furniture, businesses are drawn to it for a number of reasons. Reusing and recycling are getting a lot of attention right now. He elaborates, "They want to be seen as being doing the right thing, instead of stocking large quantities himself." Mr. Preston's company acts as a middleman in the sale of second-hand furniture between his clients and the businesses that are selling it. Window blinds, on the other hand, are one thing he never bothers with because they are custom-made for the windows they come from and are filthy, dusty, and dirty. They are a nightmare. We're seeing companies downsizing because of the new working practices, reducing square footage of their offices and therefore trying to clear furniture, states Simon Ward, sales manager at CK Office Furniture. He notes that second-hand stock is particularly popular with home workers and small businesses or startups, so it means his company has the choice of quality. According to Carl Ward, who is not related to anyone and is the managing director of ORS, a different retailer of used furniture, the market is certainly very active at the moment. We recently experienced our busiest quarter in quite some time. He mentions that during the pandemic, there has been a particularly long wait for new furniture. Mr. Ward states, "I've got about 4,500 desks in stock. Companies can obtain 50 or 60 chairs immediately if they demand them." According to retailers who spoke with the BBC, desks, chairs, and filing cabinets tend to be the most popular items. But if you want, you can be more creative. Mr. Ward of ORS mentions that a high-end marble 6x2-meter boardroom table that he sold a few months ago was the best boardroom table I've ever seen. He estimates that it would have cost £65,000 new. It was sold to a customer for £22,000. A climbing wall and 100 biscuit tins shaped like Star Wars Stormtrooper helmets are two unusual items that Mr. Preston has moved. Additionally, I purchased 4 of those for my office, he adds. Even though some used furniture is in great condition, it sometimes needs to be fixed up. The director of the Coggan Group, Sam Coggan, claims that his company specializes in this. His team can, for instance, replace stiff casters or worn-out gas lifts, which enable individuals to adjust the seat height of tired office chairs. Desk legwork can also be repainted or reduced to a smaller size and refinished by Mr. Coggan and his colleagues. The company is currently resizing approximately 200 desks for a single client who discovered that they were too big for their office. The thought is to keep however much of the thing being used as could be expected and process any eliminated materials for reusing, including plastics, metals and froth. In the event that we can keep 80 to 90% of the item unique and simply supplant parts that wear out a broken bar, it takes them back to a like-new norm, says Mr. Coggin. Liana Fricker, the founder of the accelerator The Inspiration Space, turned to second-hand furniture with a very specific purchase in mind and found what she wanted. During the pandemic, when her husband's company delivered a well-designed office chair to their home, she realized it was exactly what she wanted, very comfortable and good for her back. Soon after, she found the same model for sale online, and she bought it. She claims, "I picked up a chair that would have cost me approximately £1,500 for like £460. Delivery was also included." She adds that she appreciates the opportunity to contribute to the circular economy, in which products are repurposed or recycled whenever possible. In addition to enjoying the process of searching for the chair she desired, she states, "It comes down to the environment. We'll send a signal to the market that we no longer want cheap, disposable items, says if we're buying second-hand goods.